Peace, guys. How's it going? Patrick, Conservative Rap, and dig this. In a not so unpredictable turn of events, uh, contingent to your mode of thinking, or I guess your political alignment, if you will. Not so surprised to hear this myself, but as you know, it's important we're not hoodwinked by fancy titles or have any misconceptions about how some of these, altruistically framed organizations operate. From BBC, United Nations judge guilty of forcing women to work as a slave. So, Lydia Mugambi, a United Nations and Ugandan High Court judge, was convicted of forcing a young woman into domestic slavery. There's something, the Modern Slavery Act in the UK. Reports uh, describe how she exploited her victim by preventing her from obtaining steady employment, forcing her to work as a maid childcare provider without pay, and actually um, blocking her from having IDs or access to her own identification. So she was found guilty of conspiracy to breach UK immigration laws, facilitate travel for exploitation purposes, intimidate a witness, and obstruct justice. A freaking UN judge. So of course, Mugambi denied the charges, right? She claimed diplomatic immunity. She asserted that the victim came voluntarily, but despite her claims, the UN waived immunity. Prosecutors revealed that she actually orchestrated the victim's travel with the help of a separate Ugandan official. So there's going to be some scheduling on May 2nd in what's called the Oxford Crown Court. And to many, Mugambi's actions, right, draw shock and dismay, right, giving her esteemed judicial UN credentials and titles. But you and I both know how these people operate. It's a very, not just like hypocritical, sort of like sinister method of operation, but it's very predictable, right? These people who position themselves as somehow being like social justice advocates or having like formal titles within that space. Case in point, from the Free Beacon. Let's see here. One time Columbia University human rights fellow and UN judge found guilty of slavery. So this covers the same story, but it actually talks about how Mugambi held esteemed positions like a fellowship at Columbia University and a judgeship at the Residual Mechanism for Criminal Tribunals, right? Specifically within Columbia University. Let's read this. She was housed within their Institute for the Study of Human Rights to like address aspects, get this, quote unquote, of history of gross human rights violations in society, country, and regions. And this is the person who was found guilty of holding slavery today, right? So just another example, separate news. UN peacekeeping. This is from Human Rights Watch. UN peacekeeping has a sexual abuse problem. So this goes into stories about particularly Haitian women that were raped by United Nations peacekeepers. The peacekeepers come, they're like given these titles or jobs to help people within a like state of like just dismay, right? And like problems. They go there to help people, and what they do is they rape the women. There's decades of media coverage on this. Peacekeeper accountability remains rare, unfortunately, due to the responsibility resting within the troop contributing countries. So, quote unquote, like while the UN has made efforts to address this, including publishing soldier nationalities and creating trust funds, embedding victim advocates, the gaps persist, right, in the legal and psychological support for survivors and their children. So, again, guys, not too surprised by any of this. And what do you think? Like, do we need to? And this is what I love about the Trump presidency and this new kind of Maganomic Doge era system that we're heading into, right? Questioning some of the like human rights and U.S. aid type organizations, I think is long overdue because this stuff is starting to get ridiculous. Again, guys, do not be hoodwinked by somebody's title or have any misconceptions about people who masquerade as altruistic either non-government organizations or do-gooders in society, because it turns out, unfortunately, they may be the sickest amongst us. Thanks, take care, and look forward to more shortly. Peace.